హాయ్ వెల్కమ్ టు మై ఛానల్. నా ఛానల్కి మీ అందరికీ స్వాగతం. లైక్ అండ్ షేర్ ది వీడియో, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ మై ఛానల్ ఫర్ నోటిఫికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ న్యూ వీడియోస్. ప్లీజ్ క్లిక్ ది బెల్ ఐకాన్. ఈ వీడియోని లైక్ అండ్ షేర్ చేయండి, నా ఛానల్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. కొత్త వీడియోల నోటిఫికేషన్స్ కోసం పక్కనే ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ని క్లిక్ చేయండి. So part 5, Sapta Matrika human races theory. So as I said, God has placed Jews everywhere. They are Indians who have a phenotype of hybrid races and easily mingle in the hybrid races. Okay, and I said previously that interracial marriages won't give rise to real people. So what is with the tribal person of the same physical race marrying the villager? Would it give rise to a real person or only plastic person? So it would give rise to a real person only. Why is that? Because the body can be seen and known to the brain, but the brain can't be seen by the body. So brain is soul, and a physical race, a plastic or real thing is matter related. I said supernatural matter. So matter forms the body, not the soul. So as the intellect or the tribal villager breeds are mind breeds, that is the intelligence breeds and not the body breeds, they don't have any restrictions for forming a real baby. A real person can be born by the interbreed marriage of mind breeds. So that is to say, an Indian villager can develop his family, his vamsha or his dynasty for real by marrying even a tribal Indian woman. But he can't do so with tribals of other races, because other races, either a villager or a tribal, are useless for the given race of humans. This is all fine, but there comes the question, what is the percentage of Jews when given those are hiding of the huge populations of other races? They are about 1% or less, they are not more than that. So how come these Indian race Jews are forgetting their origins and mixing with the Caucasian or Negro, black people, white people, Chinese people? How are they able to intermix? Then they are producing only plastic people. Their dynasties have all become plastic and they are going to go extinct. There will be no more Jews in the other races. No, that's false. The Jews hiding in other races, and even they themselves forgetting that they are Hebrews, and changing to other religions and intermixing with other populations and propagating Indian Hebrew bloodline there. They are real. They are having real people. How? That means all Hebrews are avatars? They are all avatars of God just because they are born in Krishna line? No, they are not avatars. They are normal people only. They are just another human race, another caste of Telugu people, like, because first there is only one race, Indian, and there is only one caste, Brahmana, because everybody came from Prajapatis, and then those Brahmana sakhas or branches have become into castes, and then castes have given rise to races, varnas. Caste is varna system. Varna means skin color. So they have become given rise to races, and Even in the Varna, they have given rise to language families also. Languages and language families, other sub-racial sections also came rise. So this is the thing. So how are Jews who have forgotten, Hebrews who have forgotten their origins and intermixed with other races, hybrid races, black, white and Mongoloid races, how are they able to propagate their bloodlines for real, with real people? Where are they getting brides from? Are they importing from? They are not avatars. They are not producing only plastic people. Maybe plastic people are there. As I said, plastic things can occur anywhere. But for real, how are they getting real? For that they need Indian bride, either tribal or villager. They are not importing from India. They are not secretly getting, because they themselves forgot they are Hebrews. So there is something beyond what we understood till now. That means there is a huge stock of Indians or Telugu people, to be specific, in each and every race, in each and every language of India there are Telugu people. So what decides which language you belong to? I'll tell that we are forgetting who you are, but still how can you belong to Indian race? Means okay, that's understood. What about a language family? If you have left your language, how can you still belong to it? And when everybody is appearing white in the white populations, how can they be Indian? That means more than 50 to 70% people in each race, black, white and Chinese, are Indian. And Hebrews have been getting brides from that stockpile. So what is making them look Caucasian when they are Indian? These people are called the Adi Dravidians or the Adi Telugus. As I said, this grace cannot exist in a human race or a human language population. For example, take Gujaratis or Hindis, like that. Given any specific human population cannot be made entirely of plastic people. It needs a real person population, real people population as a base to exist. Only a few can exist as plastic people. The same is the case with hybrid races. When you create a white person, a hybrid race, a white people population, it cannot just exist like that. It will be it's so caustic, it's so acidic, their brains will be blocked, they won't be even able to open their eyes. So they need a base Indian population. Especially Indian population means other languages won't exist when being allotted to the hybrid race as the base. So in a given race, that is in a European population or Indian population or African population or Chinese population, the language of a person can be changed. They can change from one language to another language by a few rituals over generations. But this is possible only from a village language to village language. A villager language can never change to a tribal language, or a tribal language person can never change to village language, because language is what? It's related to brain. It is a mind breed specific thing. So a person of another mind race cannot mingle in or change to another person of another mind race. So that is to say, Indian villager can change to only another Indian village language, not to either Indian tribal language or other races, no question at all. That is the thing. So when being allotted to this hybrid race, black, white or China, Mongoloid race, even if a person of Gujarati or Hindi person is allotted along with the Telugus, he will turn to his base language, that is, he will become a Telugu person first and then get allotted to the hybrid race. So it needs Telugu means Vishnu, that is Narayana. Narayana means water. Our body is made up of nearly 70% of water. The dry matter is just about 30%. Like that, only 30%, 20% of the white people exist in each population, like in any given white population. 70% need to be Telugu people, or else their brains will get blocked. So foundation of any hybrid race society is a Telugu base. That is what in Telugu India they say, తెల్లదొరలు పోయి మన దొరలు వచ్చారు. That is to say, the white lords have gone and Indian lords have taken place. But even that white or Indian lord, everybody is Indian only. Most of the people who colonized India are Indians only. The base Britishers only, Indian based Britishers, Telugu based Britishers only, not the real hybrid. Only per 10 people, only 1 or 2 used to come. All the atrocities have been committed by Indian based people only against Indians, just like now also it's continuing the same thing. But the sin goes to the white race people because under their banner they are committing it. And currently, as I said, the land repels the white people in both the American continent. So whoever white people are there, in the 2019, when Kalki turned about 32, 33, because I said by ending of in the previous videos, if you have followed, you can see that by ending of 80s, that is, India and Israel have been made in 47 and 48 respectively, and within 40 years they said the apocalypse would begin. So the team for the apocalypse has set up within these 40 years by 87, 88, and in 80, and I said the India and Israel are the sun and the eclipse. And even Russia and America also, I told I will explain. And Russia, immediately in 89 it fell off, the Soviet Union, and from that now 30 years you count. 30 years is the time frame. 3 పదులు they say, that is the three decades. 3 decades is the age of the devas, the demigods. They exist as a person of 30 years of age. Zeus and etc., they all have the age of 30. Their body is frozen at the age of 30 and they become immortal. They remain immortal because 30 is not too young or too old. It's not middle age or it's not youngster age. It's the perfect ripe age for the body to have bodily pleasures. So 30 years only Soviet Union will break down. After 30 years Soviet Union has to be reborn. So it's currently Russia is a part of Telugu tradition. I told it is the firstborn Caucasian, and it still has the Dravidian grace with it. I'll tell all this grace and all details later. So Russia is currently broken. It's been eclipsed by 2020 start. You can see that in the very start of the 2000 first New Year itself, Putin has been appointed as the acting president. And now again with 2000 entry, Russia needs a new president. That's why Russia has become eclipsed. It's also an eclipsed sun, that is Mars and Rahu, son of God. So unable to bear the pressure of president, because it needs a new president. Kalki has to take the position, and reform USSR, or else Russia can't bear it. So because of the increased magical pressure on the president, Putin, the person holding the president post, has dissolved many of the powers of the president, because that is the only way he can sustain and continue as the head of the state. That is the reason for the tussle with the powers of president in Russia currently. And I said formation of Israel is another sun eclipse is America. America means not only USA, both the Americas, all the real white people, that is the real hybrid bodied people, they have all died in the last 6 months, after Kalki has crossed 32 age. The magical food has been repelling, has become poisoned on that land, and both the American continents repelled all those white people, and they died, and they are living as ghosts. And only the Indian base of these American populations are alive and living as humans.